The following program is produced through the community television facilities of Saugus TV. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of Saugus TV, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.
Hello, my friend. Here is another episode of the Disgruntled return of the Disgruntled Italian with a chip on the shoulder. Because this morning on my phone, I got a news that it is, and it's not going to go away, but it is disturbing. Where the news originated, from the Supreme Court. Okay, the Supreme Court, it's no longer a tool of governing. It's a tool to create a dictator. So through the Supreme Court, it's an amazing thing. We have 6 individuals over there, and I'm assuming all the Americans know who are the 6 and who are the 3 that they descend. Now, the 6 individuals, to me, they show their knowledge or their year of going to school and learn something, they were completely wasted. Yes, wasted. Why? Because they allowing now ICE to proceed the same way they did when they start grabbing people, slamming on the sidewalk, taking them away, being masked on their face. This is not America. This is another country where is going to go through the experience of a dictatorship. Just what they try to do is they try to insert it in us with the Novocaine, so that we don't feel the pain until the Novocaine will be gone and the pain will be intolerable. So these 6 guys, to me, they, how can I explain it? Oh, I think I have an idea. See, when I go to work, I work behind a counter, which is a deli, and we produce crumbs and stuff like that goes on the floor. And when it's on the floor, it goes under our shoes, sticks. Then if we don't clean them often enough, they start smelling. Well, the other day, I saw under my shoes, I saw maggot. And the first thing I thought, it was Supreme Court. Why they doing that? Unless everything can be proven wrong, and I'd be glad if that is the case. Everything can be proven wrong. I believe it's Trump behind the scene blackmailing these 6 imbeciles. Okay? Yes, they do. They do. That's how the government is today. It wasn't supposed to be like that. We never, and our founding father never meant it to be like that. And that's where we are now. Thank for what? For an imbecile that is occupying the White House and is squatting in it. I don't know about the other family member, but usually apples don't fall far from the tree. Those are sentences produced by wisdom of the people. That's called the population's wisdom. Okay? So I'm not accusing them of anything, but the apple, it's close. So I am upset. Yes, I am upset. I have my shoulder and with a chip on it. Okay? Why? Trump, he could do things much better. And he can still have his dreams come true wherever they are. I don't know. But he's not going to listen to this. He's not. That's well, he's got other fish to fry. But the other night, I saw a movie that is actually an eye opener, and it's Gladiator 2. I suggest and I urge people to watch that movie, all of it, to the end of it. Obviously, Hollywood they will make sort of like a happy ending. So, but just watch it, and those are historical fact. That's not just. It's not an imagination of Hollywood. Hollywood maybe romanticize the story, but they are historical facts. Okay. After you see the movie, reimagine the movie in your mind, and you'll see. Okay, you'll see a very close parallel to what's happening today in Washington. Okay? Deception, betrayal, break of the law, egalitarianism, and we know Trump's character. So all this is what we're navigating today. So I urge all the American, or all the one that they are gracious enough to spend some time to watch my and listen to my podcast, I urge all of them to go to vote in the midterm and take the power away from Trump. Vote against him. Vote against all those Republicans that had been called MAGA Republicans. Okay? Please do. If you want to save your country, remember the famous sentence that Trump said it on the elliptic? Said, go to Congress or you're not going to have a country. This time I say, vote against Trump and all the MAGA or you're not going to have a country. He said it, I can say it. So this is it. This is, I'm getting excited, so you'll forgive me. I am Italian, as you can probably see. Italian, usually they get excited for all kind of reason, not just politics or conspiracy or whatever they are. They just get excited because it's in their nature. And many times for good reason. And I come to the conclusion that I'm getting excited for a good reason, and I'm going to try to push my cause as far as I can. Okay? And for the eyes, stop to be coward. Stop to be afraid, and not to replace the fear with violence and take them away no matter what. And have those masks. You know, your show very little intelligent, because even with the masks today we have communication. If somebody wants to find you, we'll find you. So stop it. Be like the policemen. They show their face. They do what they have to do. And they say they're better than you. So to me, if just it's a little bit of a dream. If I was a president, I will disband the whole damn thing over there, because I don't see any heroes in that organization. And if there are any, come on, shows up. This is the time. Not just because illegal, because they're trampling our Constitution. The illegality of an immigrant or not, it's very much secondary. Obviously, being on a person-to-person level, those poor people that they get targeted, it's very much important. But for the society overall, yes. Well, Trump tried to act like a president, which is, I'm sorry, I can't help. I would like not to laugh because this is serious. This is, you can document yourself around the world and you find out, he wasn't even invited by his friends, okay, at the parade and at the meeting in Asia over there, wherever they had it in China. They even invited him. They don't recognize him. For now, the president is a joke. If we keep on going like that, United States will become a joke. I want you to hear that. So I'm not a special person. I'm nothing. I'm just another guy, okay? And I can get to the point without helping of a lot of books. No, I can get to that point, understand what they try to get. And I'm sure American smart enough to understand that too. And it's time to move. Get your pen. The power of the pen, okay, it's much more powerful than a gun and than a bayonet, okay? A regime on the tip of a bayonet, it won't last long. A government with the pen, it's what's best for the people. All right. So this is, boy, am I hot here? I just spoke all stuff in less than 5 minutes. I don't know. I thought I had a problem with English and pronunciation, which I am right. It's just that I hope you people understand what I'm trying to say. So I should probably slow down a little. Okay, so we talked about the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court is what it is, and ICE is what it is. Now, Trump, not to look like a dictator, is asking the Supreme Court, which is blackmailing them, to do his bidding with ICE, so that ICE is private police organization, do what he wants, but not ordered by him, but by the Supreme Court, that which we know what the Supreme Court values are. Zero. Nothing. They've got no value. The only thing is what they can put in their pocket right here. That's what they do. Right here in their pocket. Money, tickets, all kind of stuff. Gift, whatever it is. They're not there for the American people. I would like to have the possibility, me, with no education, to talk to one of them and see who's coming ahead. Because that's how I think they are not intelligent. Because if I say intelligence, it might like, oh, well, it's intelligent. No, that's right. With my very low level, I think I can prevail on any debate with them. One of them. Give me one, and I'll do it. The 6, the other 3, I respect them. They still take their time. They don't take orders. They take their time evaluating the subject and then decided what is the right thing for the American people. Okay? So, the other 6 instead, they are bought and sold and in some people's pocket. Oh, God, it's I don't know. And then, in these times, particularly, okay, what happened to the labor union? Where are they? That they have their own tools to fight and to help the American people to restore what it used to be. Wasn't perfect, but certainly it's better than what it is now. That's for sure, because what it is now is going to lead us to a dictatorship. Don't have to be called dictatorship. Actually, I think probably that's the farthest thing. They want them to be named. People, they still going to say President Trump. Okay, it's hard to say both words together. Or maybe Chancellor, or Il Duce, maybe Secretary. Oh, please. They can choose anything. They can even choose, in spite of all American, they can even choose king, emperor, prince, marshal, for that matter. You know, like Marshal Tito of the former Yugoslavia. Okay, They have all kind of names. Savior. Read right, savior of their own feet. Well, whatever. So I'm trying to keep it light here because this is really, really, it can get overwhelmed. So we, at this point in time, I'm trying to summon the American people. I'm trying to convey a message now to the union. Remember, the union were created to make the life of the worker better and their family. So it's a minimum of, if you make the life of one worker good, you make the life of the least three people good. So, imagine that not all of it, all American family have one child. The average is two. And if somebody, okay, if somebody, it will, I was supposed to take out my glasses at the beginning, but the issues today are very serious, so I overlooked that. But it's just to say that this is the the American family. They can get two children, but they are afraid to get 3, 4, or 5 because financial could be problematic financially. And that is another thing that's not good, because a family willing to put together a nice amount of offspring, children, 3, 4, 5, those are family, they should be rewarded. Those are family that they should have a financial ease, because they already have this big responsibility of raise these children, raising with the correct principle, the correct moral values. They're important. Okay? So it's the government, instead to play the politics, the horse trading and things like that, because they try to save their very cushy seat. No, they should be doing it for the people and find what's good for the people. It doesn't require an Einstein or a genius, okay? The only thing you might need a mathematician, a fiscal mathematician, to make sure that these people get at the end of the month and not be cheap, okay? Like, oh, we're going to give this one, and then they go out and have 100-foot, 200-foot, 300-foot yacht, have the latest of the jet, like Trump. He wants to have this. He's got this jet from Qatar that's beautiful. He's stealing $1 billion from the government to have retrofit. So no, doesn't work like that, because $1 billion, it will help, even only, if you want to make the figure on your own, even only $1,000 for each family, okay, it would be 1 million family. It would be like 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 million people, they're going to get benefit. And that money circulating into the financial system of a nation, it will multiply. And I don't have a formal education. So people, understand, we are taking the wrong road. We must get rid of Trump and his acolytes. They are not good, and they are not even qualified. Okay? RFK, you should go back to school, okay? And the other guy that tells Trump they should do the tariff, well, I don't tell where he should go, but I'm still a gentleman. But you people understand what I mean, okay? So, I wish this country the best. I came in this country one time, and to a little short essay I made for, I think it was the GED. I was saying I came to this country as not as a young man. I was about to be 30 years old, okay? But I came in this country with with a lot of dreams, a lot of hopes. And I looked at this country as if like I go into a place where at night all these stars bright, they shine in the sky, and each one of the stars is an American citizen. And I wasn't yet an American citizen. I said, I want to become like that. I want to be like that. I want to help this country. And I fought very hard. I worked. I worked 24/7. Please, union, don't ham on me because that's not the right thing to do. But I did it because I love this country. I came over here. First shock was negative. I have to say it. First shock was negative. I seen beat up car, building going down. I got off the Logan Airport. I went to the North End and I got shot. Says, this is America? What happened to those movies that I saw with those houses and all in a row and those garage and the driveway and the grass and the family, like almost the 50s. So, and I got shocked. And then actually, it pushed me to help all the way to the limit of my energy. That is what an immigrant does. Okay? But we got, again, I'm going back to Trump, We got Trump that listened to his best friend, Putin, and all the other. They totally ignore him now. They told him probably in one of those secret meetings where nobody's allowed, they just say, you got to do this and you got to do that. And this Mamaluk, he did exactly what they say. And what happened, he never thought of it or give it a thought that by doing these things is weakening United States. Now, United States is was such a powerful country in the world that it could afford it to make, for the government to make a few mistakes, but not for too long. As a matter of fact, right now, in many, many things, we are no longer the first country in the world. We are way behind. And that's because politicians shouldn't go to Washington to make money. Should go over there because they love their country. That's what they want to do. They don't have to become rich or have a cushy job that they can manipulating all they want to, and they can stay there for the rest of their lives. Our founding father never saw it like that, and that it's a betrayal of the founding father. You want to give a little bit bigger of a land for every term? Fine. But lifetime, 20 times, 30 times, no. Because those people that they are there for that long, they are no longer in tune with what's going on. They are thinking of solving their problem the old ways. Oh yeah, we'll do this or we'll do that. No, that's old. That's been figured out by your opponent, and they're going to mop up the floor with you. Give a chance to the younger people. Well, I don't know where I can really stop and be angry and be. Even my line of thought is getting a little bit like into a water, in a boiling water into a pot. Everything moves, and this is what happened to me now. But the disgruntled Italian can get even more disgruntled than this. Okay, if needed, because I prefer help solving problem with a more peaceful way, reasoning. Those are the last solution, the one that they last. So, and going back to the union, in Italy, I was a union member, and I did a little bit of work with the union, and we get to a certain level, especially with the hospitality industry. That was my main thing in Italy. And then at certain point, I had to choose. It was 1977. I'm going now to another subject, which is my life. So I would like for you guys that are kind enough to listen to what I'm saying to see where I come from somehow, And this is it. My very first job was into a organic chemical company. It was a very nice job. The only thing is a young man working in those companies, somebody was carrying some orders as a dictated by the hormone of a young man. No way, because I want to talk to girls. So I didn't last long over there. But I had a chance to know people and to still have a lifelong friend. They're very nice. I always enjoy talking to them. And then from there, I went to the printing field. From the printing field, I went to the restaurant field. And in the restaurant field, I decided to join the union and to revival an attempt to unionize it that it failed for over 20 years. But when it come the time to finalize the deal, what happened is, as I had applied to come to United States, okay, it was a time for me to make a choice. And the choice was to drop all that about the union. And even one thing, my favorite sport, it was archery. And I was with the Novara club, archery club. I was in the line for the selection for the Olympic team, Moscow's, and didn't work out. Not because I had to come to United States. I gave up that because something, it tells me you gotta go to the United States. Not that I needed, not that I was jobless, not that I have a nice sports car. I was living into a house that probably today they call it in English, which doesn't mean that the same thing in Italian or in another language. In United States, we call a small villa. But the Italian, they never look at it that way. Okay. So I was okay financially over there. I had no problem. But something was telling me I had to come to United States. And here I come. Now, 1977, 29 of April, 1977, I came in this country. Okay, as I said, from there I went to East Boston. In East Boston, I started. When I went to the North End, it was in 1972 when I came over here as a tourist. Okay, I went to see my grandmother, that she was already here. And my grandfather already passed away. So my great aunt, all my mother's cousins, they all nice people. Unfortunately, most of them are gone. I still have some cousins that, mea culpa, I did not keep in touch with them. They are very nice people too. But they're sort of like far away, so if try to stay close to them, I will be like very, very serious because one is in the Cape Cod, the other one is in Florida, and I couldn't travel that far as a fresh immigrant. And then through the years, I made a whole series of mistakes financially and all that. I learned, and now that I'm 77, I say I can start breathing because I did make serious mistake financially. I mean, but I pulled myself up from the strap boot. So that was one thing. So and all that. So it say to me that I have a little bit of a union history in me. It's an Italian union history, not an American one. The American one, it's a little bit different. And they actually got break down by the industrialist. While in Italy, in France, in Germany, and Spain, and probably even England, I don't know much about them, but they kept it as serious things. Over here, it started with, I don't know if it was because Jimmy Hoffa or not, but it happens that that they went through a soft period, and the industrialists, the people, the rich people, they took advantage of it, and today they are not yet recovering from it, and I don't know if they ever will. So there is a fractious situation in the union, in the labor union. So it should be stopped. They should be more unionized. It's a sort of like a fighting with words here. More together, not thinking as they're different, because they both are after one common goal: have the people, the worker, having a decent life, get to the end of the month, and because they are one, having also an healthcare system that right now our American worker cannot afford. They have to have the healthcare system, but the way it is set up now, even if they cannot afford, they gotta pay a lot of stuff towards that, and that's not right either. So I already took care of this issue in my previous episode. So who's listening to me, they know where my thoughts are. So I think the entire 50 states should be unionized with maybe 3 unions, not to do like the government, 2 parties, and other parties they don't count anything. No, 3 unions, all equally important, and that with the 3 of them, which we call them triumvirate. In other words, they are the government of 3. So they can, with all their secretary or wherever they are, they can talk about problem and move the agenda, the worker agenda and the labor agenda forward. It's important. I don't know if I can still call them the Robin Baron, but to me, all the industrialists, that they are obscenely rich, they robbed from their own industry. So, because even if they don't want to give it to the worker, they should give it to the research and development. But they don't do that either. That's why this country is slipping down until they will be treated as they should. So, and that is important. Those are my 3 issues, which is a Supreme Court, ICE, and union. Okay, we'll have some other issues in the future, like probably resistance. I come from a part of Italy where the partisan played a very big part of it. No, I wasn't a partisan. I wasn't even born yet. But the people that I grew up, they have courage. So, American people, have courage. Resist. Fight back. Push. Anywhere you can. And with this one, I conclude here my podcast, thanking all the people that listen to me, they spend their time. I appreciate it. I really, really love you guys and girls and old enough kids, teenager maybe, I hope. And here is the super disgruntled Italian that will say goodbye and arrivederci until the next episode. Thank you. Bye.
The preceding program was produced through the community television facilities of Saugus TV. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of Saugus TV, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.